Surprise, surprise. On the track.
Now, Clary brought back some great memories there, and what a fantastic racing man he is, and another fantastic racing man that's here with me every Sunday morning, John Tapp in Sydney. How are you, John?
Good, Simon. Yourself? Where'd you get that tie, son? It looks like the kitchen curtains.
But I tell you what, I've changed my whole attitude on life last night. I went to Beauty and the Beast at the Princess Theatre down here, and I tell you what, if you can get on a plane and get down here, come and see it. It is absolutely phenomenal.
Good on you, mate. I'll copy your
set
tip.
me alight, it did, mate.
Okay.
Set me alight. Now, racing terms, we're going to have a look at a few today all around the place, but Melbourne was where it happened first up, and not often we see what happened in the Grand National Steeplechase yesterday, John.
Well, the bookies were cheering Simon, if nobody else, because the winner, Ivanhoe, started at 100 to 1. He's the youngest runner in the field, only a 4-year-old. This was only his 6th start over obstacles and his 3rd over the steeples. He's well clear as they turn for home, led by about 3 lengths to Donegal on the inside with the dark blue and the red cap. Now starting to weaken is Winkle Reed, and Outstride has a white jacket, green sleeves, green cap, and is about to come through between horses. Here's the last. Ivanhoe squares up. He runs out a little bit, but landed well clear of Donegal, who muffed it on the inside. Now Outstride, the 2 to 1 favourite in the green sleeves and cap, is about to run into a clear-cut third, and watch him knuckle down and try his heart out over the last 200. Now remember, they're coming to the end of a 5,000-metre journey. Ivanhoe still in front. Outstride is getting to him with every bound, and they come to the line absolutely locked together. Outstride on the inside lunges, and most people thought he got up, but the photo finish camera proved otherwise, and Adrian Garraway, 25-year-old jockey, notched the hurdle steeple double in a very tricky finish, Simon.
Yeah, there's enormous raps on young Garraway, but I still sometimes find it hard to believe that after 5,000 metres we've got a finish by a short half head between the first 2 horses, and only a couple of lengths away to Donegal. So a fantastic Grand National Steeplechase yesterday, and the jump season, well, it's in full flight, and that was the pinnacle of it yesterday. It was great. Another pinnacle yesterday down here was the Winter Championship. It was the final in a series of races run around Country Victoria and also metropolitan tracks. It was a pretty good race itself as well, John.
And it was a listed status race too, Simon. We pick them up as they come around the turn, where Ian's Orphan on the inside is just in front. He's about to be headed off by So's Velt in the yellow colours. Now, Mr. Untouchable in 2 blues, dark blue and pale blue, is directly behind those leaders. He's lucky to miss the heels of Ian's Orphan, which stops quickly. And Mr. Untouchable is about to push into the clear. Now, wide out on the track, there are 2 greys. In the blue colours is Ghost Story. On the extreme outside, simple as that. And Valdezere is now bursting out of the pack, and here he comes in the white and red. Valdezere races up to Mr. Untouchable and So's Velt. Valdezere with Danny Brereton hard at work, takes the lead in the shadows of the post and is inching away now, and has about a half length to spare on the line over Mr. Untouchable, and So's Velt was a very good third. Danny Brereton, that's the jockey that had plenty of success on Reading a couple of seasons back, Simon.
Yeah, he certainly did, but what happened there yesterday, there was a late change in that one yesterday, John. That was David Taggart ended up getting the ride on Valdezere. Brereton was named, and really it wasn't overly well known, bar coming across the track a couple of times on the public address system, but was David Taggart, who pretty good late ride to pick up, isn't it?
Sure was.
He rode it very well. Now, we love having a look at things with ability, especially young horses coming onto the racing scene. What happened in the 2-year-old race at Sydney yesterday?
Well, I think it was the most interesting race of the day, Simon, the first race of 1,200 metres, because potentially we spotted some pretty nice horses. The winner, of course, Yellow King. The run of the 3rd horse, Arcady, a son of Maya Card. He hadn't raced for a hell of a long time, Arcady. He'd been in and out of work on 2 occasions with complications, and all in all, it was a pretty good effort. He's about 5th into the straight in white colours with a black and white quartered cap. Coming over the rise, Dunmore, the leader. Lanzarak in the All Cerise. Getting up on the fence is Amber. Now look at Yellow King with Johnny Marshall back in Sydney after a 3-season stint in Hong Kong. And Yellow King has raced up to Dunmore. Arcady is now getting to a 4th on the outside. He knuckles down to his work. I like the way he got home, Arcady. But it's all Yellow King, a big, bold, striding horse, and he raced away to win easily. And Dunmore just lasted for 2nd in front of Arcady. Simon, horse to watch. Look over on the inside there. See that one in the purple sleeves, purple cap? His name is Delinquent. There was a bit of money for him, started about 8 to 1. That's his 4th start. He's still a maiden, but he won't be much longer.
Yes, it's good to see some ability coming through. And the boys coming back from Hong Kong, Johnny Marshall, first ride back in Sydney, rode a winner, and Darren Gauci did the same thing a fortnight or so ago. So they're having a bit of luck, the boys from Hong Kong.
Certainly are. Johnny Marshall won a premiership here a few seasons back, Simon, and he's best remembered as the regular pilot of the great horse Bozam, Shaftesbury Avenue, Tresaro, Prolific, and many other good winners for the Cummings stable. He's about mid-30s now, Johnny Marshall. He's reached absolute maturity, and he's going to do very well back in Sydney.
Now, in talking of Brisbane now, race 6 there yesterday, I know watching this on the monitor, I thought at the 200 metre mark, who's going to win it? They were coming from everywhere.
Looked that sort of race on paper, and that's the way it panned out. Now, coming to the turn, the grey Bucks Pride on the outside is sharing the lead with Rancho's Coup. Bella Snap in the All Cerise about to move up 3 deep. Right behind them in a dark blue cap, Christmas Magic about to get a split between the leaders. Now, the ultimate winner, Elected, in the diagonal stripes and the white cap, is coming down the outside with the white front feet, and getting up on the fence right behind the leader, black white armbands, red cap, is Monopolize. Have a look at them here. Rancho's Coup, Christmas Magic, Monopolize getting through, Elected, and Mighty Content on the extreme outside. It's a terrific go as they come to the line, but Elected got there from Mighty Content, and Monopolize third. That horse has won 8 out of 17, and I think is part owned by Maureen Dittman.
Ah, well, was Mick riding it?
Pardon? Son?
Was Mick riding it, John?
No.
I don't think he was.
No, do you know where Mick was yesterday? He and Michael Clark rode at the Mackay Cup meeting.
Did they? Ah, dear me. Well, the boys are travelling around a bit, and a man that's travelled all around racing is Kenny Callender. Now, he didn't make any people feel bad yesterday, did he?
No, he didn't, Simon. As a matter of fact, he's going to tell us about a little bit of deja vu as far as the Randwick meeting was concerned.
Thanks, John. Well, I thought the highlight of the day at Randwick yesterday was the win of Yellow King in the opening race. It was a real old-fashioned betting plunge, and congratulations to the trainer, Anthony Cummings. He did nothing wrong. He produced a horse at its first start in a race. He didn't show it up too much in barrier trials. There were whispers from the track, but they weren't too loud. And early in betting, Yellow King went up at 9 to 1, then 8s, into 6s, 4s, finally into about 3 to 1. Off they went in the race. Yellow King was box-seated all the way by top jockey Johnny Marshall, back from Hong Kong. He let him go in the home straight, and crash bang wallop, Yellow King got the prize. Good work, Anthony. It's nice to beat those bookies. Good work, Johnny Marshall. Johnny Marshall was certainly in form with another winner late in the day on Jamia. I've got to give Johnny the ride of the day on Yellow King. It was a ripper. The run of the day? Well, I think we'll stick with Yellow King. The flop of the day? Gee, let me think. Perhaps Mistador. He went terribly in the second leg of the double. Good luck. Thanks, John.
Good on you, Kenny. He's mellowing, son.
He is mellowing a little bit, and you couldn't half tell he had his heart earned on Yellow King either, could you?
He followed the lead, I think.
Certainly did. Well, that's about all in racing, John, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Good, Simon. See you then.
OK, okie doke. See you later, John. And after the break, lots more to come from last night's Wimbledon.
On